Bacon Cookies with Mr. Dan.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Dan here. We're going to do a quick review video of the baking lesson we did earlier using the assistive technology and other materials we need to get through the procedure of making cookies, and this time you can do it for your friends and family.
Using your Victor Reader to list your ingredients.
1 cup chopped walnuts, optional. 1 package semi-sweet chocolate chips. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 1 teaspoon baking soda. 2 1/4 cups flour. 1 teaspoon vanilla. 2 eggs. 3/4 cup firmly packed brown sugar. 3/4 cup granulated sugar. 1 cup or 2 sticks butter, softened. Ingredients.
Find your ingredients. Remember to use the back of your hand when you orient yourself around the kitchen. We don't want any zombies walking around. Make sure to use texture and smell to ensure that you've acquired the right ingredients. If it looks like sugar and it tastes like sugar, it's probably sugar. Make sure to have a clear counter space to place the ingredients on. Remember to search lightly when you're searching through the fridge so you don't knock anything over. Use the barcode scanner if necessary. If you come across an item and are unsure if it's the correct one, use the barcode scanner like we learned how to in class. Remember to hold the barcode scanner away from the item that you're scanning and use slow wave-like motions all the way across the item until you hear it beep.
Product Kroger chocolate chips, real, semi-sweet.
Not all barcodes are recognized, so make sure to use taste, texture, and smell to make sure that you acquire the right item.
Item not found.
That sure smells like vanilla. Make sure you have everything. Wow, check out all those ingredients. Follow the directions.
2. In a large bowl, beat 1 cup butter with a mixer to soften.
Again, make sure to use the back of your hands when you're searching for your ingredients and materials so you don't knock anything over. Carefully plug in the hand mixer. Make sure that the outlet and the plug are facing the same direction. Carefully mix the butter. Make sure to keep your fingers out of the bowl and move from small to wide circles. Next step.
3. Beat in 3/4 cup granulated sugar, 3/4 cup packed brown sugar, 2 eggs and 1 teaspoon vanilla with an electric mixer on medium speed until light and fluffy.
Roger that. Use the appropriate measuring tools. If you don't have Braille on your cups, remember the bump dots. 4 dots is a 1/4 cup, 3 dots is a 1/3, 2 dots is a 1/2 cup, and 1 dot is a full. Use the straight edge of a butter knife to level off the the dry ingredients to make sure that you have the right measurements. The Victor reader says to pack down the brown sugar, so forget the butter knife and just pack it in with your hands. When you're cracking your eggs, use the side of the bowl to crack them. Make sure to discard your eggshells so they don't end up in your cookies. Don't forget to grab an extra bowl to measure wet ingredients over to avoid over-pouring. Keep the measuring spoon level over the bowl alongside the vanilla. Don't forget to use your finger to check and make sure it's full. Continue following the baking instructions. Use the back of your hand to locate the bowl and check inside to make sure you've got the right one. There goes the flour. Bye-bye baking soda. Make sure you've got that extra bowl to pour the salt over so we don't end up with salt cookies. There are plenty of different salt containers. The one I have to find the opening and then find where the pouring nozzle is, orient it over my spoon, which is over the bowl, and then I begin pouring until I have enough salt. Peace out, salt. Use a whisk or a fork to stir your dry ingredients. Back to the Victor reader.
5. Mix flour mixture into butter mixture.
Check your bowls and take out any leftover utensils before combining your ingredients. Good job pouring. Let's see what we have to do next.
6. Using a fork, stir in 1 package semi-sweet chocolate chips and 1 cup chopped walnuts. Optional.
Sounds sweet. Check out all those chocolate chips. When stirring, don't forget to scrape the side of the bowl so you combine all of your ingredients. Use bump dots to find the correct oven temperature. The bump dot on the dial is at 350 degrees, so move it slightly past it to reach 375 degrees. Grease the sheet if needed. When using PAM, make sure the nozzle is pointed at the pan and use small wave-like motions. Roll the dough. Use a spoon to help keep the cookie size consistent. Keep following directions, using your hands to roll the dough into balls. Use 3 fingers to mind space between cookies and edges. Remember, we're not making a mega cookie, so don't worry about jam-packing that pan. During this time, the oven is being preheated and it should be ready by the time you're done filling the tray. Continue to use those techniques when you start a new row. Almost there. Keep going, champion. Remember to use your proper non-visual oven techniques. With your hip leaning against the counter, open the oven completely and pull out the tray until it stops you. Find your cookie sheet where you safely placed it and safely place it on the rack. Remember to use your UV gloves and not towels like Mr. Dan. Now we push in the rack completely and then close the oven completely. Set an accessible timer and wait. Now that it's time to take those bad boys out of the oven, let's use our proper oven techniques. Hip against the counter, open up the oven all of the way, pull the tray out until it stops you, use your oven mitts to safely pick up the baking sheet and put it in a nice open, safe area. Don't forget to close the oven and save those shins.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope those cookies turned out great for your friends and family. Tune in next week and we'll learn how to clean some dishes.
Thanks for watching! Mr. Dan, actor extraordinaire and director. Miss Dan, director and non-visual expert. Mr. Mike, lighting genius, audience, and moral support.